Welcome to Synthaholic Games. This is your host, David Duncan, and with me is...
Hi, David. I'm Brian.
Hey, Brian, how goes
I,
today?
we're just gonna keep it simple for the start. You know what I mean? We're just not gonna make it hard. We're not gonna make it easy to understand what I'm saying. There, that should rule out all the people that don't want to listen about video games. I'm getting them out of here because can you imagine if I talk like that the whole time?
I can't imagine. I would leave in the middle of it, too.
I'm just by myself. It's like, yeah, if you did that for a couple more words, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. You're doing Synthaholic Games on a solo. We'll see how it goes when I come back and check the recording.
You just pop in like 15 minutes. I'm just still talking like that. I'm not even doing it for anybody. It's just for myself.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
Oh man. Well, David, we talk about video games sometimes, and well, I mean, really, we just keep this to video games in the industry, but
the video game industry, and the company that'll never let you down, except for they let you down all the time. That's that company's Microsoft. And man, it's Microsoft just can't stay out of the news lately. I don't know what it is with the gaming market, but Microsoft.
We didn't used to talk about them this much.
Oh, usually it was like, once every couple of months. Now it's like, it feels like every other week we're just like, oh my gosh, they've got some horrible new thing they've done. Brian, I believe we covered it last time about how Xbox Game Pass just doubled in price. If we didn't cover it last time, oh well. Xbox Game Pass is now doubled in price. And in some countries, it's like, or no, it's gone up 50%. And in some countries, it's actually doubled in price. And more people are Googling how to cancel their Xbox Game Pass subscription than ever before. Not only did this happen, the website for canceling Xbox Live actually crashed due to this.
How many people? I don't understand how Xbox can just keep making ports. It's like they're so mismanaged that it feels like they might go out of business. They're like gaming unit, which is not good for the industry because then we lose competition. And that notorious is what Microsoft likes to do, is to buy the competition. But they're making themselves so obsolete that they're not competitive with anybody, even indie studios. I wonder, I'd be curious to know like how much money Xbox is making from their games, and then if we compare that to like 3 popular indie games, are they able to like compete against Xbox at this point? Because Xbox doesn't have, what the heck games are even coming out for Xbox? Fable. What else?
Outer Worlds 2 is coming out later this year.
Yeah, and then they were gonna make it like a $90 game, and then nobody bought it. And they're like, okay, we got for market conditions, we have to make this a $90 game or $80 game. Then nobody pre-ordered, and then they're like, for market conditions, we're gonna make this a $70 game.
$70 game now, yeah. I just feel like they're trying to shoot themselves in the foot. I don't understand. Like they came out like a little while ago and said Game Pass is lucrative. It is making
they
money.
Were like, we're making billions.
And the thing is, like, I've always been skeptical of the Game Pass model, especially with all the companies they're acquiring. They're losing money somewhere in the pipeline.
Well, they want to own everything. They're trying to buy as much as possible so they own everything, but they're so mismanaged after they buy everything that they can't even make a game that people want to play.
Or make a game.
Just making a game seems to be difficult.
It feels like they've bought so many companies, and so many companies aren't even releasing games anymore because Microsoft owns them now. Well, Microsoft owns this now. I guess we don't have to make games anymore.
It feels like a big turning point was when they made Hi-Fi Rush got made, and then they shut that studio down. It's just like, that literally makes no sense. It's like, sure, it wasn't your AAA crazy game, but it was like a game that was popular, made money, and was highly rated, and they're like, shut the studio down. That doesn't make any sense to me.
What message does that send to all the other companies that you own? So
it doesn't matter how good we do, we might get shut down.
Yeah, like success does not matter. It seems like no matter how good a game they make, you could still get shut down. No matter how popular, no matter how well reviewed. Like, it was shadow dropped, and it just like it sold really, really well from what I understand. And granted, I'm sure a lot of it got eaten up by Game Pass because I just don't think Game Pass is as lucrative. I'm pretty sure they're lying when they say Game Pass is makes them money because they just doubled the price. If it was really as lucrative as they said it was, I don't. I mean, the Game Pass price is always going to rise, but I think the Game Pass has already gone up once earlier this year.
Yeah, it did.
So, and
It did.
I think it's gone up. This is the third increase within 18 months. It's not a. It hasn't been a slow thing, especially with this most recent one. It jumped up 50% to 100% depending on where you live.
Yeah, I wonder if Hi-Fi Rush, like, it did really well, but Game Pass like cannibalized all its money that it made, and then they're like, it made it not profitable. They managed it so poorly, they made it not profitable.
Well, I saw another article somewhere else, which I didn't link here, but I think Microsoft lost like $300 million by having Black Ops 6 be on Game Pass. Like it was just money left on the table because people played it on Game Pass versus buying it. And I'm just like, duh. Like why would you put your highest selling games on Game Pass day one? Like you just bought Activision Blizzard to get that Call of Duty money, and then you cannibalize that Call of Duty money by putting it on your $15 a month service.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to become like when Netflix first came out, it destroyed the industry pretty much. I mean, it killed renting, it killed everything, and then people started copying Netflix. It was the first one to become popular. There was ones a little bit before Netflix, but Netflix was the one that did it popular. Now it seems like Xbox is trying to do that as well and become the first one that's like the Netflix for video games, which people call, but I think video games are just different. They're just, it's just a different thing to do. I don't know if I don't think you can do cloud gaming with video games really. I don't think it works. I think it takes too much time for video games to come out, and there's so many video games that come out now that it's
Yeah.
just there's too much competition. It takes too much. It's like I can't just go watch a movie in an hour and a half and call it a day for a movie that took 7 months to make. It's like some of these
A,
games take 10 years to make,
a,
and 15 other games came out.
Yeah, a subscription service doesn't really make sense for games. It just, in my mind, I was never interested in Game Pass. I was never going to sign up for Game Pass. And I'm happy to see people are canceling Game Pass because I think in the long term it's bad for consumers. Sure, it's like it was, I guess, pro-consumer for having a cheap way to access a lot of video games, but that's not the thing. Like this is Game Pass is antithetical to the stop killing games movement basically. So I mean, like I feel like if you, it doesn't make sense to support Game Pass and to support Stop Killing Games because Game Pass is basically one of the ways they're killing games by making them a subscription
Nobody
model.
owns anything. If they
Yeah,
take it
no
off
one
streaming,
owns.
it's gone. Can't play it
Gone.
anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
It's very expendable.
They're not compatible ideologies. In my mind, so I've never supported Game
I agree.
Pass. I don't think it's very good. Microsoft's struggling to. Oh, what we covered last time was Costco stopped selling Xbox. I think the Game Pass thing happened right after,
It did.
it happened
Yeah, it
right
was
after we
right
talked
around the
about
same
that.
time. We would have talked about that if it came up during that time,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
we didn't mention that last time because of that. It happened, I think, in the week in between.
Yeah. I mean, basically, Xbox is gonna end up going out of business if they're on on this trajectory. Phil Spencer is a terrible leader. I found out that he has he has people play on his account, so it seems like he's actually playing games.
So he's not a real gamer.
No,
He's
I mean,
Elon Musk.
I'm sure
He's
he,
Elon Musk. Elon Musk paid all those people to get his like
yeah,
characters up. Yeah,
he did. Phil Spencer did the identical thing, but Phil Spencer didn't lie about it. He said that does happen.
Phil
People do play on
Spencer,
his account.
fake gamer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he plays video games, but I don't. He doesn't play like he. There was this screenshot of the games like that some of the time played in some of his games, like Fallout 76. He has like 1,000 hours or something like that. It's like I don't know if like the head of Xbox is playing 1,000 hours of Fallout a year. How can anybody even play Fallout 76 in the first place, let alone 1,000 hours of it?
You got me, man. I don't know. I was not crazy about 76 at all.
Nobody was.
Yeah.
Who's crazy about it? You know anybody?
Yeah, not really.
So yeah, that's Xbox. They're gonna fall off a cliff, and we're predicting the future. I'm predicting the future now, as I think at this current rate by like 2030, I think they're just gonna be out of business. They don't have any games coming out. Game Pass is a disaster. Nobody wants to buy their consoles anymore, which leads into the Ally X. That's $1,000. Nobody's gonna buy that.
$1,000. So this is supposed to be like your Steam Deck competition, your Nintendo Switch 2 competition, and we're like 400, 500, $600 more than
It's 50% more. Everything Xbox does has to be at least 50% more.
than the competition. It's like who wants this? Like
Get a Steam Deck. Don't get it a Switch. Nintendo also sucks,
no,
but
yeah, yeah.
Steam
I mean, don't
Steam is
support
fine. I have no problem. Steam is not perfect. I understand that, and they probably should lower their cut of 30% for people who buy games. But overall, I mean, how can you complain against Steam? They don't do anything, and they just why do the can you imagine what Gaben's thinking right now when he's just like, we're not doing anything different. We're just like maintaining what we have, and the competition's just killing themselves.
Gabe does nothing and wins.
Yeah, that's
Well, I don't know.
they just maintain what they have.
I don't know.
They're not
Like,
changing.
yeah, I'm not a console fanboy, but I've never. I mean, I guess I used to like PlayStation a lot back in the day, but I've always been a PC gamer primarily.
Yeah, PC's always been number one.
I just had a PlayStation to play exclusive PlayStation games,
But
and
now
had a Switch.
they come to PC now.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
at least
then
that's the direction we're heading in.
yeah,
So it's like you don't even need a console anymore.
and then I had Switch for the same reason. But after all the evil stuff Nintendo's done with Pal World and all their terrible lawsuits, the stupid price increases of the Switch 2
Anti-consumer.
games, all the anti-consumer stuff, I just don't want to support Nintendo or Xbox. So I also
It's impossible to support Xbox. There's literally it's not that you don't want to. I don't necessarily have anything against. Well, I mean, there's things to be against Xbox, but it's like I don't want to even support. It's not you don't have anything for me to even support. I can't support anything because you're not producing anything I even want to play.
the thing that's shocking to me is, and maybe it's just because of how old I am, but I guess when you were like a kid and had an Xbox, they were like on top. But I mean, I was already like basically an adult when the Xbox came out, and I had very negative opinions of Microsoft at that point. So I was like, really? Why would you buy a console that's gonna blue screen of death? Like I never thought any good intention was ever gonna come from Xbox being a game console. I was always negative against it because I was sure this was gonna happen. Like basically this stuff that's happening now, all this like super anti-consumer, they buy companies and fire everyone. Like I just knew like everything Microsoft was gonna do was just gonna be bad for gaming, and it's lo and behold, it's here.
We're here. We're T-minus 3 years before Xbox shuts down because they've become so anti-consumer that they don't even want the consumers to consume what they have.
And what's gonna happen to all these companies they gobbled up?
They're all gone. I'm sure there'll be people that work at those studios that will open up their own studio and
Yeah, but like
make their own passion projects.
all these big name studios are just gonna go down the drain.
It's a new generation. There's going to be a new generation of studios. That's what has to happen, David. That's what has to happen. Honestly, I'd rather have that happen than keep these legacy studios open in the first place, because these legacy studios have become like too big where they can't even get anything out the door anymore. I think a smaller team is better at this point. At least that's what it's been proven. That's the indie games are the ones that are taking over. If you look at the top 10 best-selling games or top 10 best reviewed games of this year, it's like 7 of the 10 are like indie studios that are just better than AAA now. So like if you see a AAA game, it's more likely that's going to be bad than good, like statistically. So I don't know. We'll have to see where we head, David. But AAA doesn't seem to be the place where gamers want to be anymore. AA seems to be the sweet spot.
Yeah, I mean, all these companies are just flushing themselves down the drain. EA let themselves be bought out by Saudi Arabia, which is going to be awful. We talked about that last time. Like,
Yeah.
it's just Microsoft just like basically is trying to get people off their platform.
Please leave.
It's like we're profitable, so please leave now. We don't need you. I'm like,
We have Call of Duty. People love
Yeah.
I mean, Call of Duty is a huge game, and it still makes like the most of anything else. But It's even that they're losing money on Call of Duty now. Like you just mentioned, they're losing the hundreds of millions of dollars because they have Game Pass with Call of Duty. So
So they gotta like
I don't know.
augment that price by upping the price of Game Pass. And I guess if people cancel Game Pass, then they can buy Call of Duty.
They can.
Brilliant!
Then they own it.
Then they own it. Yes, if they cancel Game Pass, then they will buy Call of Duty instead of play it on the streaming pool. Whoa!
And then we'll make more money.
Oh my god, we could sell video games. What?
Can you imagine?
What?
Can you imagine if they pivot and that's like their
Oh
next
my
conference?
God.
They're like, we're innovating by having our gamers buy their games.
Imagine a world where gamers can buy video games to play on their console. Oh my god!
You're a genius!
Oh my, what genius! Oh wow! Oh wait, Steam's been doing this for like 20 years. Oh,
More than 20 years.
I know it's been a long time, but it's just insane. It's just insane. Oh my god. Oh man. Microsoft, stop it! Stop
What's
making
update?
me. Stop,
What's next? What's next? We can
Stop.
move on from Xbox. We don't like them.
Stop breaking my brain, Microsoft. Why you gotta be so dumb? Anyway, yes. So, not just gamer boys, women make up 52% of US gamers, and 22% of gamers are over 65 years old, study finds. I thought this was just a fun, interesting statistic.
It does include like Monopoly and New York Times.
New York Times, Scrabble, Sudoku, playing stuff like, instead of on a newspaper, you're playing it on your phone. But hey, I mean, it's still technically a game.
That is a game. That is very true. It's bigger. I was actually kind of surprised that overall, if you include the encompass of everything, that there's more women than men. I thought that was weird. More girls than boys.
Well,
But yeah.
I mean, statistically, I think there are more women than men in the world. So statistically,
Oh, really?
Statistically, that tracks.
Okay. Yeah, but there's like things that there's more like women women paint their nails more than men. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like gaming's always been more of a guy thing.
But also, what percentage of goths are we talking about goths in this?
I mean, we can include all. Even if you take, I mean, I don't know really any guys that paint their nails.
I mean,
unless it's like a cosplay or something.
I mean, I painted my nails to go goth at a Christian school once. That was kind of fun.
You were a rebel.
I was a rebel, just to be funny.
I mean, if people want to paint their nails, it's cool, but it's more of like a girl thing, you know.
And
statistically,
and just to throw in that not every old woman is playing Scrabble. Shirley Curley, the Skyrim grandma, she's been playing Skyrim for 15 plus years. She actually has retired from Skyrim, I guess, and is going to do other stuff on YouTube now.
She might pass before the next Skyrim game.
She probably. I mean, I hope.
Honestly, you and I will probably pass before the next Skyrim game. Or not Elder Scrolls, not Skyrim.
Yeah, but the next Elder Scrolls game. But she was scanned by Bethesda. She had a camera body scan, so she will appear in the next Elder Scrolls game as an NPC somewhere.
Can you imagine if they just call it Skyrim 2?
Skyrim 2, more Skyrim.
They do their big reveal and it's just Skyrim for the next console generation. That's like their big game they've been working towards. Skyrim
1.5 Skyrim.
I feel like that would just be the nail in the coffin for Bethesda. If these Elder Scrolls game they've been working on is just an updated version of Skyrim. They're like they're remaking it from the ground up.
This is the third update of Skyrim.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I mostly just pulled up this article because of the last article, because Brian was like, how many old people are actually playing video games that aren't those? And so I was like, oh, have you heard of Shirley Curley? She played Skyrim for over a decade.
And from non-modded, from the looks of it, before we started talking about her, it appears your videos are non-modded Skyrim for 15 years. So honestly, dedication from her. That takes more mental fortitude than I've ever possessed in my life. So good job for her to play the same game for 15 years without any updates.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was interesting, and I just wanted to have that as an addendum to the women are playing video games more, and many of them are 65 plus. She looks like she qualifies in that age category. So
That's not very nice.
good on her. Good on her.
Are you saying she looks old?
I'm saying she looks like she's 65 plus. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm just being respectful.
Yeah, I'm respecting my elders.
That's a good thing to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, if you respect her really, you'll go open up Skyrim in her honor and play it from beginning to finish
For
without any
15
mods.
years.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
the only
can't.
game you can play for the next 15 years. How fast would you become not a gamer anymore if you could only play Skyrim?
That might happen pretty fast.
It'd be a couple hours.
I mean, I don't even know if I can play Satisfactory for 15 years straight without getting tired of it. And I love me
Ooh.
some Satisfactory.
That's rough.
Granted, I mean, Satisfactory's only been out for 5.
Yeah, so you got 10 years left.
Yeah, I know.
10 more to go.
Maybe I'll finally beat the game in the next 10 years. Who knows?
You'll get all the achievements.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so Monster Hunter Wilds Steam reviews absolutely tank as players' patience with its technical woes. Every time the game gets updated, my performance decreases. Man,
That's right, David.
What an update, man! What?
Well,
what the forward thinking Capcom is.
Bring up Sky. Well, no, we don't bring. We bring up Skyrim every once in a while, but we bring up Monster Hunter probably once a month because you and I both enjoy Monster Hunter, and it's a continual disappointment that we've been waiting for the game to not cost $70, and 2, that it fixed the performance issues. The game launched with performance issues, and the game's almost been out for a year, and for about 4 months, the game's been out for a year, and it's worse. Now it's getting worse. So I would like if they fixed the performance problems and I could get it on a Steam sale or something like that. If that's not $70, then I would love to play the game, but the game performance is not improving. It keeps getting worse and worse, and I wish we could play it, David. I want to play it.
Yeah, it's just we're stuck in this perpetual cycle of games run like crap. Nvidia makes a better GPU, and I say better with quotation marks because their uplift from the 50 series to the 40 series is negligible. And the only difference is like the AI features, which is you need the AI features to run the game at a decent frame rate. And it's not. It
feels like cheating.
And it's not even like if you're using AI to get 60 frames per second, that means you're only running really at 30 or less if it's quad frame generation.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna feel.
I mean, we even
like 30.
We tried that tech demo for Monster Hunter, and that was an absolute disaster.
The beta, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, the beta, whatever the heck it was called. I feel like that was the first red flag went up, and it's just like, why does this game look so bad and it doesn't run?
I don't understand why they released.
I'm blown away with how bad that game looked at that time.
I don't understand how they released a beta and in such a miserable state. That. Like, I thought they should have been. I would have been, especially how bad the game runs at launch, and then 6 months later, it still runs so poorly. Like, I don't understand why they thought making a beta that runs probably worse than the game at launch.
It was unplayable. We couldn't even figure out how to play together. We couldn't even get in the same lobby. Oh man. Yeah, Monster Hunter, man. Capcom, figure it out. You got a couple other IPs that you seem to be able to figure out, but why is Monster Hunter the one that you're just like, nah, we're done. We're not touching this anymore. Maybe it's not making money. I don't know. I mean, it's been going for a long time. I feel like it would make money.
It made all its money at launch, and
it's like Hogwarts Legacy, man. This is perpetually going to be broken until they make another game. It sucks.
And that game will probably
because it did sell well. Unfortunately, Monster Hunter did sell really well. I remember seeing the articles about how many concurrent players it has, and it's breaking its records and whatever the heck. But I wasn't part of those records.
I was not either. All right, another PC Gamer article. BioWare just waiting for the axe to fall after EA's $55 billion buyout, says anonymous staff.
That's right, David.
We talked about EA last time and earlier today.
Yeah, we've talked about them a couple times since they've been in the news, but BioWare historically is one of your favorite studios because of Mass Effect. Yep, they've made games that you like, and I wish they would make more of those Mass Effect games. But after their most recent title, it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to make another game. So it's disappointing to see. But to be fair to BioWare itself, the people who made those Mass Effect games are most likely really not. I mean, I'm sure there are people that are still lifers there, but the people that worked on those Mass Effect games are probably not even there anymore. So
Yeah, I
it
mean,
sucks that the legacy of BioWare itself is basic. It's a shell of its former self, and it probably will. I mean, I can. There's a very good argument for it to be shut down. I think personally, I don't think the last game made its money back probably, and even if it did, the game it wasn't very good. Even beyond the controversy and political problems that the game had that were in the news, the game itself was just not good. So
aggressively mid.
yeah, it
Um,
wasn't. It just wasn't a good game. So it
well,
sucks. It sucks.
I've heard online speculation that the only reason BioWare wasn't shut down initially is because they knew about the Saudi Arabia talks and to keep the the studio's money profitable.
Make
it's
it
good.
look like its valuation is higher than it actually
Yeah,
is.
instead
Maybe.
of rocking the boat by destroying, laying them off, and closing Bioware down, they probably just kept them on life support just to, be like,
Get the
oh,
deal
we,
across.
yeah, and still have the perceived value of having Bioware. Although,
Yeah.
I've heard from other like anonymous devs from like reading articles and whatnot that they're gonna keep working until the axe does fall. But I just can't imagine game that they'd be working on would any good when you're just like waiting to be fired. You're just like, well,
You
is it
wouldn't
gonna happen
care.
today?
Human nature
Like,
says you wouldn't care.
yeah, it's gonna be hard to put your sweat, blood, and tears into something whenever you're just constantly worried and stressed about. Am I getting laid off today? Is it happening
Yeah.
today? Like it's
Is today
currently in
the
the back of
day?
your mind. Yeah.
So you
So
would. I guess that's fair. Yeah, you wouldn't. I wouldn't care. I would just. I would be doing the bare minimum, trying to skate by until I could get confirmation that we're like that the studio wouldn't be shut down, or I wouldn't be losing my job, or we have funding for the next game or something. Until I had like some confirmation, and I knew that these talks were going on, I wouldn't care. I
yeah,
would just be
it's
doing my best to just keep a low profile, show up
mhm.
to work, be quiet, leave.
Yeah, I just can't imagine this is a good working environment for these people at BioWare under
Yeah.
this. And then just and then also just your new owners. What's gonna come down the chain from them? Like what kind of restrictions they gonna put on you in your game?
Yeah. And then they'll have to leave it open to modders to like fix those to whatever the heck they'll decide to do. I mean, granted, I don't think you and I are really ever going to play an EA exclusive, but that I think that ship sailed a long time ago. But it's just the idea that
I
somebody's going
mean,
to come in
I
and
guess as long as
force changes.
it takes two guy keeps releasing his games under EA, I guess we'll.
I don't know why he's doing that. He says I've watched it like multiple times where he said like, yeah, we have a really good relationship. He doesn't need EA. He doesn't. They're just the publisher. He's
Yeah,
making. I don't know.
he should let Larian publish or Coffee Stain publish because the Coffee Stain's got a publishing arm.
Yeah, I mean Hazelight itself. I like Hazelight Studios. That's the guy. That's the one that makes like It Takes Two and Splitgate. They're a good studio, and the head guy of it is great. I like that guy a lot,
Oh, on the
and
Game
he's a
Awards,
genuine nerd.
and on the Game Awards, he like shat on EA. He said like really bad things about EA. I'm like, how do you
Yeah, and
say
they
that
just
about
don't
your
care because his
publisher?
game. They must just deal with it because his game is like their best game that they have. Like
Yeah.
for, it's like they're a golden goose for getting good ratings because they have other games that come out like FIFA or whatever that make a ton of money, but they're not critically acclaimed. Hazelight Studio games are, so that's probably why they're okay with it. But I would I don't know. I would think I would want to drop them. If I was Hazelight, they don't need them. They don't. I don't think they need them.
I mean,
I would know if that I followed that guy enough where I mean I guess for the most of the public they might not know, but I follow that guy himself enough where I'd know if he's making another game.
yeah.
So
Well, I don't know why he doesn't go to Larian or Coffee Stain or.
I'm sure he
Um,
knows them.
hmm.
I'm sure he knows them.
I mean,
So yeah,
after being bought out by Saudi Arabia, I would look for a different, a different publisher.
I would too. I think he's from somewhere. I think he is Middle Eastern though. I'm
Uh,
not sure. Don't quote me on that. I think he is. So I don't know if maybe he's I don't know enough about him, but I think he lives in Europe. But I think he's from the Middle East. I'm not sure.
I mean, just because you're ethnically Middle Eastern doesn't mean you're like politically and like
I guess that's true.
morally aligned with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, he's definitely not, considering the way we've seen him talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
then
yeah.
now our bit of good news. Finally, good news.
Yeah, Sandfall
Expedition
Interactive.
33 has
Yeah,
sold
so
5 million copies.
yeah, they're a new studio. We've talked about them many times before. It's a great game, great studio. Seems like everything we've never seen anything negative come out of them. The soundtrack reached 333 million listens there, and just to say thank you, they're releasing like an expansion where there are new environments, new bosses, new monsters to fight, new gear, stuff like that. I feel like I don't feel like I know that that's an odd thing to do nowadays. Normally you have to pay for expansions, you have to pay for DLCs. There's a microtransaction shop. This game doesn't have it. It's it's just a good studio, David. We got to support these devs, man. We got to support them. I want them to keep going because they're one of the greats. They're going to become one of the greats.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, I bought the special edition like day one just to support them, and even support like day one, it was still discounted. Like it wasn't even like
Yeah, it was. It was 10% off day one.
I was just like, okay.
And it wasn't even 60. It wasn't $60. It was a $50 game that was discounted 10% on launch.
Well, I think I did spend 50 because I think I got the special edition. So like, even at 10%, I think it was like $50 for the
Yeah,
game. But still, like that's
just the idea that there's a discount for some reason. Why? I don't know.
yeah, they discounted the game for buying it on like the first week or something like that. It's crazy, but
They deserve it. It's the second highest rated game of the year.
So. Yeah, and I can't wait to see what they do next. I can't wait to see what
the continuation of the story. Keep it going. I don't know where they could go. But that's the kind of story in that game where it's like you go a billion different directions. So
they could do so much. They could do so much with it. Really.
Yeah, they have a good IP going, and we wanna keep it going. So support Sandfall Interactive.
Absolutely.
I personally will go play the new environments or the new bosses, whatever they have. I will go beat it. I've beat the game. I've beat Expedition 33. I've beat everything in that game. 100%ed it. So
yeah, I got 100% in it. Got all the achievements on it too. So I'll probably boot it back up and see what's new. What's new for me to whack with Mayel?
Exactly.
I'll throw Mayel.
Mayel's the one that does. She's the one that does all the damage. Put her in virtuoso stance and put her down to 1 health. 10 mana or whatever the heck it was called, and she does like millions of damage.
What can I one shot with Mayel? Come on, bring it up.
Yeah, I know, right? I remember when before you beat, this is just totally side thing spoiling the game, but like before you beat the Paintress, you're doing like 20,000 damage or something. And I remember seeing clips just after, and I was like, I'm doing 20,000 damage. I feel like I'm pretty strong. And then I just randomly start seeing clips of people doing like 15 million, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so weak. And then you fight some of the bosses before you have like a build that can do that much damage, and you do nothing. You do nothing to these bosses.
Yeah, they cap you on damage until you fight the Paintress, and then like the damage cap comes off.
Yeah, you can't. I would love to see somebody like fight that rock guy that just bounces a bunch of times, just to fight him to see how long it would take if you're doing like 20,000 damage to it each hit. I mean, it would take hours. Like what you did with that one. What's the one that was in the water? It was the giant like
Sprung.
Yeah, whatever his name was. You fought him before you beat the Paintress.
Yeah, I fought him and beat him before the Paintress.
Yeah, that was crazy. When you told me, I was like, man, you could have made that fight so much easier on yourself.
Yeah,
like, it only took it took like 30, 45 minutes to beat. I was like, I beat that guy in like 4 minutes.
Yeah, I probably added 4 hours to the game for all the attempts that failed, because it still took like 20 minutes before I died. So yeah, I added like 4 hours to the game just fighting Sprung.
Oh man, it was funny.
But I did it without painted power. I'm proud.
That's very impressive. That was an impressive moment right there. Yeah, that's a gamer moment right there for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the news we got. Had to end on a positive note. Expedition 33 is a good game.
And it's got 5 million copies sold. Fantastic. And not
Nice.
5 million players total. No, we've sold those 5 million
Yeah,
copies.
that's how they get you with the Game Pass. We have 5 million players. 4.9 million of them are on Game Pass.
So you sold 100,000 copies?
We sold 100. We just made $200,000 off this game with 5 million players.
Oh,
So
man.
yeah, email David at synthaholics@yahoo.com and tell us what's your favorite game of the year. I bet I could guess it.
Is it Expedition 30? I hope it is. That's mine.
It could be, but
That's
there's
my-
a couple other games it could
That's
be.
my game of the year, Expedition 33.
Yeah, that's my game of the year as well. So yeah, until next time, David.
I've been David.
I'm Brian. I'm Brian.
All right. Until next time, guys. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.